Hey everyone, it's Vanessa from the Hubflo success team. Today, we're going to go over all things invoices. So let's jump in. In order to access your invoices, you go to the left-hand screen for this navigation bar, click on Billing, and then click on Invoices. On this screen, you'll be able to see all the invoices, whether they've been paid, drafted, issued, canceled, or overdue. To see your invoices by a specific status, you can click on this top bar here. Now, if you wanted to search by a specific name, you could use the search bar function here. And there's a couple of filters you can use, from issued on, so the day you submit the invoice to your customer, the date your customer made payment, as well if there is a credit note associated with the invoice, or if there's a specific contact associated with the invoice. Now, to create an invoice, it's very simple. Click on the top button here that says New, and then click on Invoice. From here, you can link to a specific project. Let's make the assumption maybe there's some time tracking on this project, and then we'll title it. So from here, you'll be able to create your invoice. From here, you're going to select who will receive your invoice. Now, you can select an existing contact that's already in Hubflo, or you can create a new contact directly from this menu. In this case, we'll select an existing contact. If there was a company linked to the contact, you'll see their company under the linked company as well. Now, if you made a mistake and you need to change the contact, very simple. Click on Change Contact here. When you're ready, click Next. Here, you can select all the line items for your invoice. If you have any catalog items, you can select them here. If you have any packages, you could also select them here. If you need to bill back any expenses, you can do that from here as well. For example, if there was time or expenses on the project, this is where you'll be able to select them. You can be a bit more organized and add titles, including subtotals as well, so your customers can have this a bit more organized when they receive it from you. When you're ready, click Next. Here, you'll select payment terms. You can select from 0, 14, 30, 45, or 60 days. And also put in preferred payment methods. Here you can also edit your payment instructions and terms, including submitting a payment URL, for example, for PayPal or for Stripe. If you do have Stripe integrated with Hubflo, you'll also be able to click on this button here to charge via Stripe. Once you're satisfied with your settings, continue on. Here you'll be able to add a purchase order number if that's needed, what you'll be sending in the email address. This will not be visible in the PDF version of the invoice, and this comment section will be only inserted in the invoice PDF. And again, this is a note to introduce your invoice when sending via email, while this comment section will actually be in the invoice PDF. If you're issuing the invoice for today, just leave it blank. If you want to issue it on a future dated date, please select a date. And once you're ready, you'll be able to preview the PDF by clicking on Preview PDF. Here is the copy of the invoice we just put together. When you're ready, click Create Invoice. From here, you'll be able to see all the details, including the PDF copy of the invoice directly within Hubflo. So you'll be able to see any associated proposals, projects, how much you've paid, when it was the timeline for issuing payment, etc., and who it was sent to. If you need to resend it, there are multiple ways. You can send it by email, which is manual. Send it via Hubflo. Once again, this is automated. You can receive a test email to see how this would look like, or you could actually just copy the link to send directly to someone. If you need a copy of the invoice PDF, again, very simple. Click on Invoice PDF. If you want to see what this looks like to your client, click on Show, and it will send you to this screen where they can pay their invoice and what they could see. And then if you need to duplicate this invoice, whether it's to send it for the next month, whatever it is, you can click on Duplicate from here. Now, what do you do if you need to either correct the invoice that you've issued, or you need to send the client a credit memo? Well, it depends on the invoice status. So if the invoice is issued but not paid, as in this case, you're going to need to mark the invoice as canceled. Click on this button here. Once it's canceled, you'll duplicate the invoice. And once the copy is generated, you have to remember to modify the title to remove the mention of copy, which we'll do now. Click on Edit, remove copy, and press Save. Then proceed with any necessary modifications before sending the invoice to your client again. And there it is. So what if the invoice is fully paid and you need to issue a full credit? Regulations require using credit notes to properly cancel a paid invoice. So you'll need to issue a 100% credit note, which you can do by clicking on these three circles here and create a credit note. Here, you can select the percentage. In this case, it will be 100%. Once you click Create, you'll be able to confirm the creation of your credit invoice. Credit notes allow you to deduct the amount of the initial invoice from your billing reports. Now, if the invoice is partially paid, you can issue a partial credit. This invoice will not be canceled in full, so it will not be deducted 100% from your reports. In this case, this invoice is partially paid. You can then issue a partial credit corresponding to the desired amount. So once again, click on these three circles here, create a credit note, and then select the credit note percentage that you'd like. And then click Create. And that's it. Everything that you need to know about invoices. Please let us know if you have any questions. You can always contact the support team by clicking on this bottom right button here, or contacting someone on the customer success team to discuss in more detail.